Welcome back. I feel like Chuck and Shaq on the NBA set on TNT. You and I, our legs we're so giant here. Well, you know, Mark Messier and PK Subban. Here is the Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Mr. Gary Bettman, everybody. And
you don't hear that every day.
Obviously, you're new to the game here, right? Congratulations.
Well, that sounds rather ominous.
They'll be cheering for you. Hey, you've done great things. You brought the NHL here to Utah. It feels like in 5 months,
it's amazing.
It couldn't have gone any better, Gary.
First of all, there are already great fans here, and the reception that NHL hockey has gotten here in Salt Lake City has been fantastic. So thank you, fans, and thanks for being here. Yeah. But as important, what Ryan and Ashley Smith did, what the SEG group did, what the business community, the government leaders did to make this team a reality, to make it all work, has been phenomenal, and we're grateful to be here. This is a winter sports market, if there ever was one. Yeah. The Winter Olympics are coming back in *34. The Utah Hockey Club is going to be part of a vitalization and revitalization of this downtown area. And I think the league is stronger by being in Utah with a club.
We're going to talk to Ryan Smith later today as our continuing coverage of our opening night tripleheader continues here on ESPN. Mess.
I have so many questions there, but I guess I'll start with I know it must be incredibly complex to move a franchise from one city to another. A lot of heartache to do it, but what is the one thing that gave you the confidence that Utah, other than the great fans here today, but what is the one thing that gave you the confidence that this would be a great hockey market?
You know, it all starts with ownership, and there's never been a transaction quite like this one because, yes, it was a relocation. Yes, it was an expansion. It was kind of a hybrid. To have done that, negotiated, have the lawyers button it down, and then accomplish everything that had to be done. They needed a training facility. Exactly. They had to build locker rooms. They had to revamp the facilities. They had to design a uniform. I mean, the number of things that had to be done. But Ryan Smith, Ashley Smith, the SEG group, did an amazing job in really 5 months. I mean, unheard of, unprecedented, remarkable, and sensational every term. We had high expectations, and they actually exceeded them, as did the fan reaction, because within 24 hours of the announcement, they had twice as many reservations for season tickets as they had seats, and I think they topped out at 34,000.
Wow. So on that point, which is amazing, I want to talk expansion a little bit because you've done an amazing job. You've successfully expanded into Seattle, Vegas, now Utah. But Gary, I think everybody wants to know, what's your secret? I know you spoke about ownership, but what are the keys to a successful expansion? Because you've done so well with it.
That's a great question.
Great question, PK. Yeah, great. Everybody's talking about the question. Great question.
I'll button up.
Boy, there's some sarcasm here. There are really 4 boxes you have to check. One is, and as I said before, ownership. 2 is you got to have an arena. 3, you want to be in a market where you know there are going to be great fans to support you. And 4 is perhaps the most important question. Will it make the league stronger? And we were dealing with a complex, unfortunate situation in Arizona. The team really didn't have a major league facility to play in. And to have been able to solve that problem and come to a place where hockey is going to thrive was a win-win for everybody other than in Arizona. And listen, we tried hard for 25 years to make it work. And at the end of the day, the stars didn't align for a new building.
32 franchises. Awesome. The natural follow-up is, when are we going to 34, and where is that?
There's no Hartford. There's no timeline. We're not, despite speculation to the contrary as to what we were going to do at the last Board of Governors meeting, we're not going into a formal expansion process. Yes, we're getting numerous expressions of interest.
It's a good thing, yeah.
But, you know, when one of them checks all the boxes, then we'll take a good hard look at it. But there's no timeline, and there's no necessity to have to expand. If we can, under the right circumstances, great. And if we stay at 32, not the end of the world. And I will say, going back to what you guys said, we probably had the 2 most successful expansion setups ever with Vegas and Seattle. And if you add this in, we're going to be 3 for 3, and that's a testament again to everybody involved, including how hard this organization had to work. They basically had to give up their summer because they also have the Utah Jazz, and they thought it was going to be the off season, and they may have had the most intensive 5 months ever. They did great.
Vegas goes to the Cup in the first year. Seattle makes the playoffs the second year. We'll see what happens here in Utah.
Hey, they want the Cup, ladies. They want the Cup.
We want the Cup already here.
Hockey fans.
Thanks for coming on, Gary.
And they applaud you as well. Thank you, Commissioner Gary.
Great to be with you guys.